In this video lecture today we are going to discuss about the new chapter 3, that is the dimensional analysis. So students, in the last lectures what we all have discussed, in the previous lectures already in the chapter first, in the chapter second we all have discussed about the basic things, that is the fundamental units. What do you mean by the fundamental units? Funda, as what I have elaborated there are some physical quantities. Okay, what do you mean by the physical quantity? Any quantity which requires measurement for its existence is said to be that what? That is a physical quantity, and physical quantities are subcategorized into the two parts: fundamental quantities. Any physical quantity, any physical quantity is subcategorized into the two parts. The first one is a fundamental quantity. First one is known as the fundamental quantity, whereas the second one is known as the what? That is a derived quantity. So what is the fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are those quantities which does not requires the help of any other measurement. So it is independent quantity. It is independent quantity. Whereas it is dependent quantities. Where it is dependent, the derived quantities are dependent on the fundamental quantities, and there are 10 fundamental quantities as mass, length, time, temperature, luminous intensity, amount of substance, and what? Electric current. So students, let's start with the derived unit. What do you mean by the dimensions of a physical quantity? Actually students, as we are knowing that, today we are going to discuss about the dimensions of any physical quantity. Okay students, so the topic of discussion of today is that the dimension of the physical quantity. So what is the physical quantity? Any quantity which is required measurement for its existence is said to be the physical quantity. For example, in order to calculate length in our daily life, length can be measured in meters. Okay, breadth can be measured in meters, height can be measured in meters. Okay, mass can be measured in kg. Okay, in gram. Okay, and time is measured in second. So what is this? So if I said that let us suppose an example. As for example, what we are knowing that the velocity of an object is equals to displacement covered by the object upon time taken for the displacement. So displacement means what? That is a length covered. So it will be, displacement will be in length and time will be also in seconds. So it can be given in, length will be in meters and time will be in seconds. So meter per second will be the unit. And if we will give the dimension of a physical quantity in the terms of m, l and t, means that if someone says that, what do you mean by the dimensional formula? If someone says that a new term, that is a dimensional formula. So dimensional formula is nothing but that whenever a physical quantity, whenever any physical quantity is expressed in the form of mass means m, capital M, length means capital L, and time means capital T. Then such step of the obtained formula is said to be the dimensional formula. Then obtained expression is known as dimensional formula. Okay students, so what will be the dimensional formula for velocity? As we are knowing that velocity is equals to what? That is a displacement, means that is the length covered in per unit of time. Length can be given by, here I have illustrated, that is L, and time is in T, which is given in square bracket by the square bracket. So it will be L T to the power minus 1, because T was in denominator, it is L T to the power minus T is the dimension formula for the velocity. Okay students, so now we are going to discuss about one by one to the dimensional formula. In order to calculate what will be the dimension formula for the acceleration. So acceleration, the formula for the acceleration will be the rate of change of velocity, means change in velocity with respect to time. As we are knowing that the dimensional formula for the velocity is L T to the power minus 1, because meter per second, here meter per second upon time is always given, also given in time is T. Okay, no need to write that is a second here or meter here, that will give as a unit. Here it is dimensional formula. What we are calculating, that is a dimensional formula of a physical quantity. So here you can see that L is only simply 1, no mass is here, and time T to power minus 1, and here minus 1 is also, when it will goes into the numerator, then it will be T to the power minus 2. So the dimension formula for the acceleration is L T to the power minus 2, and from here we can give the unit. Length means meter, and per second square means meter per second square is the unit of acceleration. Okay students, hopefully you all have getting what I am elaborated here. So students, now moving to calculate more dimensional formulas of the different quantities. Now what we are going to, so the now next topic is find out dimension formulas, how we will calculate the dimensional formula of different quantities. Here we will take different physical quantities and we will calculate their dimensional formulas. Now let's start, move towards the finding out the dimensional formulas. As we are knowing that, let's start with the first, that is area. So area is equals to what? Area is equals to what? That is length into breadth, and length is given in meter and breadth is also given in meter. So length is given in the terms of L, and breadth will be also given in the terms of L, that is because both are lengths. So it will be, when the bases are same, parts become added. So the dimension formula of area will be L square. Okay students, now move towards volume. So as we are knowing that the formula for the volume is length into breadth into height, L into B into H, and all are measures into the meters. So it will be L into L into L. If you will not write any measurement into the square bracket, then it will be assumed that your dimension formula is incorrect. Okay, because units and squares are much more important to represent the dimensional formula of a physical quantity as well as for having a very good importance for their unit. Now move towards density. Okay, the third one is density. What do you mean by density? Density is the ratio of mass of the substance to its volume. Mass is given in the terms of mLT, that is mass is given in capital M, and volume dimensional formula is L to the power minus L to the power 3. Therefore M will be M and L becomes L to the power minus 3, because it is in the denominator. When it raises to the numerator, it will be M L to the power minus 3. Okay students, for example, if somewhere it is written that is 1 upon x, when x goes in numerator it becomes x to the power minus 1. Similarly 1 upon L cube is equals to L to the power minus 3. Now moves towards the next one is the force. Force is equals to what? Mass into acceleration. Similarly, in the previously what we have calculated, mass is given is in m and acceleration is given by the formula L t to the power minus 2. Okay, so here now the formula becomes m L t to the power minus 2 is the formula for what? Dimensional formula for the force. Now proceeding towards the work done. What is the formula for work done? Work done. In order to calculate that the dimensional formula of work done is equals to what? Force into displacement. So force dimensional formula is m L t to the power minus 2, and displacement is also in length, and length can be given by L. So what will happen? M here L to the power 1 and L to the power 1. When the bases are same, parts become added, then L becomes L to the power 2 and t to the power minus 2. Means m L to the power 2 t to the power minus 2 will be the dimensional formula of the work done. Now students, move towards the next thing. What will be the dimensional formula for what? Linear momentum. What will be for the power? First we will calculate for power. Okay, so power is equals to the ability to do a work, so that W by T, power is equal to work done upon time. So what the formula for work done is m L to the power 2 and t to the power minus 2 upon time is t. Okay, so it will be m will be m, no change takes place. L to the power 2 will be this, L to the power minus 2 and L to the power minus 1, it will be L to the power minus 3. So m L to the power 2 t to the power minus 3 will be the dimensional formula for the power. Now move towards the next one is that seventh one is the linear momentum. As we are knowing that each and everything is given inside of your book, but still I am elaborating because you have to know how we can calculate that the dimensional formula of any physical quantity. As we are knowing that the linear momentum is given by small p, which is equals to mass of the body into velocity of that body. Mass is given by m and velocity is given by meter per second. So L t to the power minus 1. So m L t to the power minus 1 will be the dimensional formula for the linear momentum. Okay students? Okay student? Now next 8th one is what we have to calculate? Dimensional formula of potential energy. Potential energy. Whatever be the kind of energy, all kind of the energy will have the same dimensional formula. Similarly, right now we have calculated work done. Work done is equals to what? Force into displacement. Work done is also a kind of energy. So mL to the power 2 t to the power minus 2 will be the to the dimensional formula of each and every. So again we will verify here. Potential energy is equals to product of mass into gravity into height. So mass will be in m and gravity means acceleration due to gravity, that is L t to the power minus 2, and height is in L, that is L. So it is m L to the power 2 and t to the power minus 2. Similarly, if we will calculate what we will calculate, if we will calculate that the dimension formula of kinetic energy, again it will be same. Kinetic energy means whatever be the kind of energy will have the same dimensional formula, as we are knowing that half mv square is the formula for the kinetic energy. Okay students, so half will be constant, so it will not have any dimensional formula. Mass will be given as m and velocity means L t to the power minus 1 becomes whole square. So m L to the power 2 and t to the power minus 2 will be the dimensional formula of the kinetic energy for a body. Okay students, if someone says, sir, just tell us the dimensional formula of pressure. Okay students, so how we will give? For calculation of the dimensional formula, we must know the formula, basic formula of any physical quantity, that pressure equals to force per unit of area. Force dimension formula is m L t to the power minus 2 upon area is L square. So 1 L will be cancelled out from here. So m L to the power minus 1 and t to the power minus 2 will be the dimensional formula of the pressure. So students, you can find out a lots of dimensional formulas of the physical quantities. If still you are having, try to practice on your notebook. If still you are having any doubts, you may ask to me personally or in the comment. So students, let's start with the new topic, that is the principle of homogeneity. What do you mean by the principle of homogeneity? What does the principle of homogeneity principle states? So before going to state about the topic, we must have to know first what do you mean by the homogeneity. Homogeneity means equality or same. So this principle states that every equation relating physical quantities must be dimensionally homogeneous. What this principle states that the every equation, whatever be the equation given to you, every equation relating physical quantity must be dimensionally homogeneous. It means that whatever be the left hand side of the formula will be similarly to the right hand side of the formula. So let's start with an example how we will understand this formula. Okay students, so principle of homogeneity, for example, how we can understand, as we are knowing that first equation of motion V is equals to U plus AT. Okay, so homogeneous means everything will be same. If let's start with the LHS. Here what we will see, here V means that the final speed is equals to, its dimension formula will be V is equals to what, this is the final speed, and it will be L t to the power minus 1 is meter per second. So L to the power minus 1 will be the what, that is the unit of the LHS. Okay, so if we will get the unit of U will be L to the power minus 1 and AT is also L to the power minus 1, then we will say that LHS equals to RHS. Means here it is said that every equation relating the physical quantity must be dimensionally equals, means whatever be the dimension of V will be equals to the dimension of U, and whatever be the dimension of V will be exactly equals to the dimension of AT. So let's compare. If the we can find out that the dimension of v is equals to u, because v is also speed and u is also speed, so its dimension will be lt to the power minus 1. And again at, we will calculate the dimension formula of at. A means acceleration, so the dimensional formula for the acceleration is lt to the power minus 2, and for time it is t, means t to the power 1. So in order to solve, then L and t to the power minus 2 and plus 1, so what it will be, then L t to the power minus 1. So what we have realized here, in order to put the value, so for v it is lt to the power minus 1, for u it is lt to the power minus 1, and for at it is also lt to the power minus 1. It means that whatever be the value of LHS will be partly homogeneous for this and this term. So it is said to be that the principle, it follows that the principle of homogeneity. Okay students.